Here in the Treasure Valley, test results are in. The Smarter Balanced Assessment shows how Idaho students are performing in math and English language arts. The test found they did well overall, but as KBOI 2's Sierra Oshrin explains, the results have sparked more questions for one education researcher.
Idaho students have made across-the-board improvements in math and language arts in the second round of SBAC testing. In 2010, Idaho joined 28 other states in the Smarter Balanced Assessment. The purpose? To align with Common Core state standards.
We're seeing a little bit more of the gains in ELA and seeing a little bit more of a struggle in the math. And that's not just in Idaho, that's across the entire nation.
The test results are reported as percent proficient statistics, meaning the percentage of students who performed at the advanced or proficient level. 53% of students scored advanced or proficient in English language arts this year. That's up 2% from last year. Only 42% of students scored advanced or proficient in math, but that's still up 3% from last year.
Which we suspected math was an issue. And so now we know we need to put more resources in that department.
Idaho's public school superintendent says that's why the State Department of Education changed the standards and testing. It began phasing in the new test several years ago, and parts of the new test are getting praise from the STEM Action Center.
I think what's important about that particular assessment is that it really needs to be aligned to what students are learning in the classroom. And what we're hearing from educators is that the test does match what they're asking students to know and to be able to do.
But this study, done by a researcher known as Bert Stoneberg, breaks down the SBAC test results and reports the data into percentiles, which he says is not done by the department or the Board of Education.
Stoneberg calls percent proficient scores a measurement and accountability nightmare. His study found that some students who performed in the bottom 10% in English language arts actually did worse this year compared to last. But when looking at math scores, the bottom 10% improved or stayed the same in grades 3rd through 10th.
The question I would have is, what are the populations that are in those lowest 10%? Are they some of our English language learners or some of our students with disabilities? And if so, I think as a former educator, that would give me additional information so that I could understand how to support those students in the classroom.
Stoneberg provided some additional information in his study and suggests these are some of the issues with looking only at percent proficient statistics versus breaking down the scores by percentile. Though critics say the SBAC isn't perfect, Superintendent Sherry Ibarra says it's helpful when making sure educators are giving resources to those who need them.
That is a snapshot in the day of the lives of our students. We need a motion picture of growth over time to make sure that we are headed down the right path and that we have resources placed in the right spot.
Again, that was Sierra Oshrin reporting. Superintendent Ibarra says the new test allows students to explain their answers instead of just picking from multiple choice questions. She says this helps students problem solve and think critically as well.